human DNA now. Someone else will.
Ten, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the FIFA Soccer Blog Retro FIFA series. This time, Tom, we are looking at FIFA 96.
Good game.
And do you want to explain to our listeners why we've decided to miss out 95?
Yeah, firstly, the task of going through every single game was a bit daunting and would never get it done. And FIFA 95 basically was the same as International Soccer, which we've already done, but it added club teams. So it kind of didn't really seem worth putting a whole video together just for the addition of club teams. So
a little bit pointless, really. It's essentially the same game, isn't it? But
it is, yeah.
It's kind of like the Vita version this year. It's sort of the same game, but with a different skin.
Harsh.
Yeah, harsh but fair.
But that's exactly the same situation.
Yeah, so we've skipped 95, so we've moved on to FIFA 96 Virtual Soccer Stadium, which, some interesting facts for you, Tom. It was released by EA in 1995. Came out on loads of platforms, actually. Mega Drive, Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega Game Gear, PS1, which this footage is recorded from, Tom?
Yeah, this is PS1. Running through a PS3, so it's not the cleanest of emulation, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. It was also obviously it was on the Super Nintendo as well.
And DOS.
And DOS systems.
Can you
I love
imagine
it.
this on DOS?
Command line FIFA. Awesome. It's the third entry in the series, and its tagline was, we're used to EA's, awesome taglines. This one is Next Generation Soccer.
Yeah. Which I suppose is fair, because it came out on what were next-gen platforms at the time.
Yeah, it did. The only thing with this is there's a little bit of disparity. People might remember this one from the Mega Drive, and the way this looks is not like the Mega Drive version looks. The Saturn, PS1, and DOS versions had a different graphics engine, which is what we're showing you today, which is a little bit closer to the sort of broadcast camera you're kind of used to with FIFA.
That's how I remember it. I played this on the PS1. So
yeah, I played this on the Mega Drive. So this is kind of, well, not new, but new to me for this game. So I never saw it looking like this.
Yeah.
It was also the first one to add real player names, Tom, because before they were all sort of jumbled up mess.
It's not perfect. There are some
Yeah.
issues with some of the player names, but hopefully we'll get to see those. But
And
yeah.
of course the wonderful skin tone abnormalities for certain players.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers International Soccer. Sol Campbell was white with blonde hair.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in here too.
Yeah, see if you can spot those.
Now, Tom, IGN are known for giving games inflated scores. Gave this a 7.8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's a good score.
It's not bad.
It's a good game. Part of obviously putting these together is having to go back and play them. And I enjoyed this. I always end up, it's the same as the last one we did, I always end up capturing far more footage than I need because I just sit down and play it and it's like, I'm having a good time with it. They do hold up quite well, once you accept them for what they are, and there's an interesting feature in this that, I don't know how useful it is, but we'll take a look at it in a second, but, there's always something unique about.
There's always hidden gems.
Yeah.
These, well, let's stop with the talking, Tom. Let's get down to some playing. So here we go. First of all, we're just gonna have a look at one of the more interesting features actually of 96 gameplay wise, which you discovered
by reading the manual of all things. Passback mode. So it's basically off the ball control. So you can see player passes, but I'm still in control of the player that's off the ball. There's not an awful lot of movement from the player that's still got the ball. They kind of stand still, but you are able to make a run, and then.
It's really interesting actually, because people obviously off the ball movement has been a criticism of FIFA for a while.
Yeah.
And it's the thing, going back to '96, they were. I mean, if you look at the number 7 peeling away there, they were putting you in control of it then.
Yeah, they just said, you know what, we can't get it right, so you guys do it.
And which, honestly, this is the thing.
Like you can throw in and still maintain control.
I do love your little box that comes up on the floor, on the pitch. That is one of my favourite things about corners and stuff in these games. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. But the off the ball stuff, I think it's really cool. I mean, FIFA could do with it now, to be honest. Some kind of off the ball, some kind of control over where players are going yourself, rather than relying on the AI all the time. And
there is a danger that'll happen.
That's
a bit static.
But that happens anyway, Tom. That could happen anyway, let alone that. But it's just another little interesting dynamic, though, isn't it, to the way that kind of the game flows. And I mean, visually, like I said, I remember this on the Mega Drive, so it was the same isometric view. So I didn't play this game in this view. So I'm quite impressed by it, more so, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So this is a lovely little touch as well, is that when you flick through the cameras, it gives you a little preview of what that camera's going to look like as you're playing with it. So that's
really nice.
Lovely little touch.
I like it's quite a lot of, again, with all these things, quite a lot of options.
We'll jump back into the menus and stuff. So,
I love all this. I mean, this was in International Soccer as well. I love all this team coverage, team strategy. I mean, FIFA 13 doesn't have this.
Oh, wait till you see the formations. It's brilliant.
I mean, this is what we talk about. These games did have a lot, going for them.
Yeah.
And
the formations reshuffle themselves as you change them. How fucking good's that?
It's the greatest thing, and the fact you can have 4 up front as well.
Yeah,
it's possibly the greatest thing I've ever seen. If they put that in FIFA, the players actually running around on the pitch. Tom, I've got to write an article about how they need to put that in.
From FIFA 96.
Yeah, mate, there is much to learn from these games. The epic presentation, for one.
Yeah.
And
lots of leagues.
Yeah, it's the thing. A lot of teams in this game, and obviously they're all actually named now, and obviously they got the real player names and stuff now. So and all-star teams. I mean, we've only got 2 all-stars, 1 all-star team. So
yeah,
we are. I mean, we when I play FIFA 13, now you look back, you think, oh, we're spoiled compared to these days, but we're not. Tom, they've got loads of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Just going to go through some of the friendly league tournaments, playoffs. Obviously, there wasn't any kind of World Cup stuff yet.
No, we haven't a CM mode or anything yet. You could go to the extreme of 45-minute halves. You still had the simulation and action, which you had before. Most of the other options are the same. In terms of skill level, it's just semi-pro and pro.
The thing with that simulation and action setting, I never actually really knew what they did.
No, I still don't. Even going back and revisiting it.
But the sentiment's nice.
Yeah.
Because, it's a debate that rages on today, about whether FIFA's a simulation or an arcade game. And they knew this all along, Tom. They knew.
Yeah. So sort of because we're lacking a CM style mode. I did what we did last time and just jumped into a little playoff with the UK teams. That's what's up for grabs. I'm going after that trophy with Arsenal.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Let's just see. This is where it gets great because you've got Sheffield Wednesday in the Premier League. Yeah, so it's brilliant. Your defence is quite good.
Great bit of audio you missed there.
Well,
Sports presents virtual stadium soccer.
sorry, mate. I was babbling.
Rubbish.
Your kit looks good.
Yeah. Classic.
And so this is the thing, Tom. Now we're going to find out whether you're actually any good at this game. You said, "Oh, I normally end up capturing. I normally end up capturing more content than I need." So it's still got the amazing slide tackles.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
There's sort of exaggerated animation if you've got caught with in possession and slide tackled.
I mean, I love that. I love the stop-start. Yeah, this thing. There's no transition. It's just tackle, run, tackle, run.
There you go. Little square on the pitch for the throw in.
The throw-in animation though, it looks like he's not throwing the ball the right way. See, well, you haven't gone a goal down yet, Tom. So I guess this is you doing quite well.
Only a minute and a half in. Obviously, they haven't done the algorithm for the clock where it matches up with.
Did this one have the bug for International Soccer where you could just tackle the keeper? Did that cross over?
I did try just for a laugh, but it didn't work.
Because that was pretty much
Do that though. You can kind of skip through tackle animations without really getting hurt.
That's a disgusting tackle.
It was a bit. Making a feel of it though.
Still rolling. Oh, and you see, EA have lost. This one thing that EA have lost is the humour value. I think in a lot of their stuff now. It's all very serious and simulation and all this sort of stuff. But yeah, you can't beat a good old dancing hula girl or a.
Wait until you see what the hula is in this one. It's not a hula, it's a cheerleader. But a little bit of real nice to him. He always got this at half time at the end of the game and stuff. So second half still 0-0.
I mean, you need to be putting away teams like Sheffield Wednesday, really, Tom.
Don't forget, at this point, Arsenal were quite shit as well. So
I guess so, because obviously, well,
that was the use of the sprint. You can just about see the change of pace in a player there.
Yeah, that throw-in animation is terrible. It's not even the right way.
Almost as good as FIFA 12.
Yeah, really.
Quick throwing.
Tom, that's a dive.
Did you hear that? He got clattered.
So
even little touches like the ref actually ran, like the play pausing and the ref running over to deal with it before it allows play to go on.
I mean, to be honest, like I say, I mean, I know that it seems to have moved on a lot graphically from these times, but it's not, it's not unwatchable or unplayable by any means, is it? It's,
it's always good.
It's pretty. Is this how it's going to be every round? You go into overtime?
I think so.
Come on, Tom.
Ian Wright, he's got to score.
Ian Wright. Oh,
he's not missing from there, is he?
You are not going to stop Righty there. No way. And a great.
Amazing celebration.
Amazing celebration. One.
What's a goal?
They are genius, those little things. I thought it would be tough to improve on them.
The celebrations are fucking amazing on this now. They all just go, and then...
Only the first round. It's only the first round. It doesn't matter. You win.
I've won.
See, because you could have been confused at that point after that same celebration. Did the guys really win when they were jumping on each other? Just nice to be told. So next round, you are Southampton. You've got a much easier side of the draw, though.
Yeah. I
Did you do that yourself? Did you do that deliberately?
No, I swear, I didn't mess around with that at all.
Mind you, Blackburn were pretty shit hot. And
they
Forest
were at the time. Yeah, they were. This has been the year they won the league, I suppose, because it came out in '95. So
the only thing you've got better than Southampton is your defence. So the other thing
still been there then?
He must have been.
Yeah,
he must have been.
No danger of kick clashing on this because you can't change them, so you just have to fucking deal with what you get.
Is that why they put Southampton in black shorts? Just to kind
That's the only difference in black shorts.
This is the thing. Kit changes didn't come in for quite a while yet, and all that sort of stuff. So Yeah, it's
Right,
see the thing is as well.
through that challenge. That.
Yeah, it's this thing. Righty is the weapon in this.
Oh yeah.
But you've still got kind of that magic 30-degree angle, you know, where you can kind of drive into the box.
Yeah, it's like that.
Cut
You
it.
just get around the animation if you know exactly what you're doing.
Shoot across the keeper.
And that was a
Is-
bit terrible miss, but good opportunity to show off instant replays. First time you got instant replays in FIFA.
Brilliant.
Here,
The world's
see how shit that miss was.
Oh my.
And botched it into the crowd.
Yeah, now, mate, that's bad. If that, well, I hope that miss isn't telling, Tom, because
It didn't capture a lot of the game. You could go back about as far as you could in FIFA 12 and 11.
so things have advanced then
Yeah.
from the 11 seconds we get now.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! I mean, this is just enforces how bad replay theatre is. The fact that FIFA 96 had longer replays, you could switch between the angles much easier.
Yeah, it's great to control. Alan Smith, edge of the area, little front flip. He's known for his athleticism, Alan Smith.
Yeah, he's known for the crawl, and obviously now he's involved with FIFA. I mean, you're scoring goals in it.
But a hippo
This is-
cheerleader, what more do you want?
And again, is it the same celebration?
It might be a front flip.
Oh no! This is the thing. These are the greatest team celebrations of all time.
Oh,
And
they're just brilliant.
And like I said, only past the second round. I can't wait to see what the one is if you win the tournament. It's going to be mental. So I take it was a bit of. Have we stepped away from the tournament here, Tom? Or are you
I might have to cut this out. Oh yeah, I've not edited out me loading the tournament again.
You giant penis! Don't leave it in because it's like it's real. It's real. feels gritty now. So how are the loading times?
Well, there you
Pretty
go.
good.
Yeah. It's
Pretty
loaded
good.
off a virtual PS3 but memory
Right.
card
So
there.
you've got Tottenham in the final.
That's what I'm looking forward to if I can get past Blackburn.
North London derby. See, look at Blackburn. They've got Shearer. They must have Shearer and Sutton at this point.
At that point, yeah.
Shit hot. Night.
Night game.
Nice.
See, they've thought of everything. It's all in there.
It is. This is brilliant. And it's a different stadium as well. So there are multiple stadiums.
You can't switch them. I didn't notice actually.
No, but the one before didn't have a stand behind the goal. It was just like a half stand.
Yeah.
Whole thing. So another nice touch. So I mean, how did the sort of passing and I don't know, 'cause obviously people get a visual feel for it, but how did the kind of pass speed and everything? And
It was pretty good to be honest because it's still quite manual at this stage. They hadn't got to the point where they were putting assists really in. So there was a little bit of powering and a little bit of steering, but it was really well it was genuinely quite well done. It wasn't that sort of tough. You can see that you're able to keep hold of the ball. And,
obviously the ball being the ball speed, it travels ridiculously good. How has that stayed out?
yeah, keepers are pretty good.
It's like international soccer, they were worse than that because they'd just say anything.
Little slip down the touchline.
Yeah, nice. I mean, the ball speed is noticeably rapid, but like you say, it does require direction and the right power.
Yeah, it does. It was. You definitely are involved, and it's not. It doesn't play itself.
Not on rails sort of thing.
Yeah.
Second half, Tom. I mean,
Because like you see there that there was a bit more power put onto that pass, and it.
yeah, so you can kind of get
to its destination.
This is the thing now, though. Blackburn are deadly, and I think you were lucky first half not to concede. In fairness.
That is Black Knight Winterburn there.
Yeah, that's number 3. That's Nigel Winterburn there. Definitely black. Interesting depiction there. I mean, this is the thing we said about this in international soccer. EA, imagine if they did that now, God, it would be horrendous. But because Sol Campbell was white and blonde.
2000 or 2001 or something? Or
I don't know what it was. It might have been 98 actually. I think it was 98 where Sol Campbell's white and blonde.
Whitey, from the edge area.
Tips over. See, I love like the instant replay cam. Oh, is this a corner? Oh, it's a corner. Right, chance again to see the brilliant square. Scrambles on. Everything as well I've noticed of this is that the pitches feels quite big.
Yeah, they were actually.
Whereas in international soccer, I think it's because it's when it shifted out of the isometric view, because everything felt really tight and
It's
close.
funny you say that actually. That's something I felt when I was playing this. When I first had it, I always felt like the pitches felt huge. A little bit less so now, but yeah, they are pretty spacious compared to definitely compared to international soccer.
Right, more overtime.
Into overtime again.
Some good real world footage there.
I think most of this is USA '94, isn't it?
Yeah, by the looks of it.
That footage.
Obviously, yeah. I think obviously we'll probably have a look at some of the World Cup games eventually. You know, when we get around to.
Yeah, we'll just work through them all in release order.
And skip anything that's not worthy of our time, like 95.
Yeah.
I feel a Blackburn goal coming on here, Tom.
Could be.
Oh, this
It's
is
going to be cheer, isn't it?
You don't miss those. This is the thing. He does not miss those. That's a great finish, and I think this is where we're going to go crashing out of the tournament. Oh dear! And ditch custom celebrations and just have that.
Just have those back in, yeah.
But Tom, you're out.
I'm out.
Look at Tim Flowers there celebrating like an absolute beast, and there's the front flip. Team
squad front flip.
Synchronised front flips. Oh, this game is brilliant. And just in case you weren't aware.
Yeah, you get a little despondent player and a film player. Superb.
So, what's the verdict then on 96? Tom?
Oh, it was very, very enjoyable to go back and play it. And then again, it happened last time. I went out to the eventual winners, so not a problem.
It would be good if you could start winning though, because it makes the videos look better.
Yeah, I am progressing. So.
And this is the thing. Even here, just going through the end. The overall presentation, the guy, we deliberately left the intro into the game untouched because we just wanted it to kind of play out. But
we wouldn't want to soil that by talking.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
I suppose it comes down to being the first one that came out on a CD. Well, what was it? PlayStation come up with? CD-ROM maybe? I don't know. But it allowed them to put loads of FMV in, so they made full use of that.
Yeah, they did not stinge on it, put it that way. That was FIFA 96 Virtual Soccer Stadium.
That was the I think that was the term for the tech behind it, wasn't it?
Yeah, most of the tech which we saw there. But I think in terms of the ones you always look back at these and say do they stand up now? I think international soccer didn't really stand up. But this one, I think because of the telecam and kind of the presentation, it kind of feels. It doesn't feel like it was released, all the way back in 1995, for instance.
It doesn't look as good, but it played really well. It was good fun, which is what it's all about.
Exactly. So, do we know which one we're doing next, Tom? Have we decided?
Yeah. 97 probably.
Yeah. So 97's got enough meat on the bones for us to jump just 1 year?
I think there's a feature in 97 that we should definitely go back and take a look at. But yeah, overall, it's worth looking at that game.
I think nostalgia-wise, this is probably one of my favourite FIFAs of all time. Not only because it had Ginola on the front.
I know. But it stays with me for that. I don't know why.
That cover is a classic, absolute classic. But obviously, though, I guess the thing that everybody's going to be looking forward to seeing is indoor football, which is the first time it came in, and obviously we've had FIFA Street this year as well. So
I wonder if it's as good as FIFA Street. It's one of those things where, from a nostalgia point of view, everyone sort of heralds it and says, "Oh yeah, we need." That was the argument used for a long time before it got properly announced. That was what people used. They were like, well, no, FIFA 97 had indoor, so why can't we just have an indoor mode within FIFA? So we'll go and find out whether it works or not.
We will show plenty of indoor footage, Tom, I'm sure, for people to have a look at, and obviously we'll go through all the major features and decide and give it, our kind of general verdict. But 96, compared to Superstar Soccer, I think it's definitely a big step up. So
yeah, even if it doesn't look quite as crisp, it was definitely more fun to play.
Right, Tom, that wraps up this version of our retro series, and we will see you next time with FIFA 97.